Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again, another reaction for you guys. Today guys, of course, we are continuing the journey of Ben 10. This is Ben 10 Season 3 Episode 13, the Season 3 finale of Ben 10, titled Be Afraid of the Dark. Last week's episode, of course, that I checked out, which of course was The Return, which is the part 1 of this arc we're following, and this is part 2, of course, Be Afraid of the Dark. If you would have asked me, guess what the purple lightning and all this kind of stuff, guess what it all is actually going to be leading to, I would not have guessed, if you gave me 1,000 guesses, that it would be the return of Ghostfreak. I would not have guessed that at all, because I honestly thought the character was gone. I thought that Ghostfreak was just dead, right? That Ben actually succeeded. It turns out, not really. It turns out, no, he actually didn't accomplish that at all. I remember you guys freaking out when I got to the episode with the alien werewolf saying, "Purple lightning, it's beginning," and I'm thinking, okay, what are you talking about? And then we had the Mummy episode, and then the Purple Lightning returned. And then, of course, the Return had both of them, plus a guy, Dr. Victor, of course, that name now makes a lot more sense, turning himself into Frankenstein's monster, essentially. So we have these three legendary monsters as aliens, and their leader, their master, is Ghostfreak. Holy crap. What a reveal. And of course, they end the episode right after the reveal and everything. And what's even crazier is that Ghostfreak is back, is that Max and Gwen are in space right now. So there's so much stuff going on, and I cannot wait to get into this episode because there's a lot of things to look forward to. And I'm trying to think, like, how is this going to conclude? I'm guessing Ghostfreak is actually going to really die in this episode. That's my theory. I have no idea, but it's the only thing I can really think about because the way the episode, The Return, was set up, that there's so many things they could go in terms of direction in this episode. I have no idea what to expect. But you guys are hyping this shit up, saying, I can't wait for you to react to this episode, just like with The Return. So I can't wait to get into it now. Be afraid of the dark. Let's go, guys. Yeah, you better run. Oh. I guess that would have killed him. Merge. Oh, yeah, okay, okay.
Oh man, give me a break. Sure you remember how to fly this thing, Grandpa?
Hope so.
Just like riding a bicycle.
Yeah, that's gonna be an issue. Putting him in this place, Jesus.
Earth to Grandpa. Come in.
Earth to Grandpa.
If you're checking up on us, I figured out what old Bolthead is up to.
What's he up to?
He's going to project a corrodium beam from the space station to a transceiver in New Mexico. New Mexico?
Oh.
When we first took on the werewolf? That's why he was stealing that satellite equipment. With the sun blocked out, Ghostfreak would be at full power all the time.
Well, that makes sense.
Ghostfreak?
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah.
The corrodium inside this ship is moving.
Because it's in the Mummy. Dun dun dun. Yep.
There's got to be something in all this junk that'll help.
I would think there would be.
No.
Oh, shit.
Gwen, wait! Your spells don't work inside your hazmat suit, remember?
Yes, they do.
Oh.
Just not like they're supposed to.
Oh. I see. Damn. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. They're actually going into space now.
Don't suppose you'd consider becoming a good guy, would you?
Yeah, just do a complete flip. Yellow.
Soon the Earth will be mine.
It actually hurts him.
Sun gun.
Sun gun.
My close personal friend, Gray Matter.
Jesus Christ. Realistically, that should have killed him. Just saying. Good thinking.
Now I just have to figure out a way to get up into space and help Grandpa and Gwen.
Yeah, how's that gonna work? Probably not.
That's what I'm talking about.
You got lucky. You got lucky. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, he's holding on. He's on. Ooh. Okay, hit him again. There you go.
I never said I didn't go into space. I said I never went into space with NASA.
Oh, with plumbers. This is not good. Oh boy. Okay, come on. Nice. Good job. Abort. Thank God. Working together. Come on. Let's do this. This is really risky because if he goes back to being Ben, this is going to be terrible.
Thank you for flying air upgrade. Bye.
Bye. So he's actually gone now? I hope you have an extra suit.
Oh man, I think I'm in a hole. Yeah, real heroic.
Oh shit. Reacquired. Oh no. Oh!
But how?
The wolf was just waiting. Okay, we're seeing the whole world being affected. Okay, okay. Darkness. They're not stopping her at all. They're just letting her do this. Oh? What? I mean, we saw the yellow earlier, but holy crap, okay. Okay. Really? Oh, watch your back, exactly. It's go time. Oh, that was creepy. Okay, the fight out in space. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? No, what? I thought he was gone. Okay.
Armstrong never had to deal with this.
For Danica. Okay.
Plant life.
How about
Shit. So that spells.
gotta go?
Oh, damn. Oh no, the drain.
Sit down on your way out.
Jesus. This is really bizarre. Oh shit. That was good. That was good. Good trick. Did that just kill the werewolf? Still, oh my god, that's a cannon. Oh.
Where did you go?
Oh shit. Don't know. Is he still? Where's he at?
Saving your life. Don't ask me why.
Don't ask me why. Oh my gosh, really?
Now I get to float around forever with space cooties. This is no picnic.
That's weird.
Shower much? I still say things would have.
So they did have an extra suit.
You two just let me handle everything myself. Nothing is as good as the Omnitrix.
Oh, this wasn't over. Ugh. The sun. Ooh. So is he actually dead this time?
Point about
Is he actually dead? Thank God. Oh my God. It's actually working.
team.
Team. Team.
And we've seen the last of Ghostfreak. Ghostfreak? Oh, man.
Oh, really? I knew it. This freaking episode was fantastic. And I didn't expect this, but a good portion of this episode took place in space. Rhyme there. What a great episode. What a great way, at least from my viewing order, to finish Season 3. And also with a little bit of a surprise there at the end as well, because I predicted Ghostfreak was actually going to die, and they actually did kill him. However, it seems that Ben has Ghostfreak essentially back in his Omnitrix. That's interesting. Wonder what that means exactly. Because, I mean, we saw him get destroyed again. We've already seen that happen, but I'm like, okay, so is he actually dead? But then the Omnitrix is showing that he can choose. Like, okay. We also saw, well, in part 1, we saw Ben accidentally turn into the mummy, right? The mummy alien. And in this, he specifically chose the Frankenstein monster-like creature, alien, and used that. And that was really interesting to see there. So is that implying that Dr. Victor was like the alien form of Dr. Victor could turn into looking like a human or something? Or was it like a special kind of thing? Because all Ben did was turn into a version looking like the Frankenstein monster alien version of Dr. Victor. So I really don't know about that. But regardless, it was really cool to see that. But to see the fighting going down in space was really interesting, and seeing Max say, well, you know, I didn't say I haven't been to space. I'm saying I haven't been to space with NASA, implying when he was a plumber, he went to space. Probably quite a bit. I wonder if he actually traveled to other planets. I was thinking about that. But I don't know. But regardless, we actually had a little information about that. But seeing him flying that spaceship around was freaking awesome. And just seeing him and Gwen up there and trying to figure all this stuff out. And then Ben was like, okay, how do I get up there? I'm like, I don't know if you can get up there to space to help them. And he, luckily, because when he was trying to turn into somebody else, he turned into gray matter, but ultimately that made a little small sun gun that actually hurt freaking the Ghostfreak. I forgot the name for a second. Ghostfreak. And so that was cool to see that, where that gray matter wasn't just destroying shit, even though he was kind of destroying some stuff. He was actually building a little mini, you know, little sun gun, but it actually worked. He turned into Upgrade and got himself up. Now, see, the Frankenstein monster alien was holding on Dr. Victor, and when he was, like, he was just kept on floating on that piece of, like, metal or whatever, or that, you know, piece of craft that, you know, of course, Ben got off of Upgrade to land on the space station, so that he's actually there with Max and Gwen. When he's floating away, I'm thinking this is it for him. Like, you know, like, they just took him out. Okay, it's done. No, he comes back and he's connected to it and shit. I'm like, this guy can never go away. Like, we keep seeing, like, what the hell? And then that happened to everybody, essentially. The only alien that was not up in space was the werewolf. The werewolf was out there in New Mexico using one of that device that was actually, I think it was the same device that it was actually creating back when we first got introduced to this arc with the purple lightning and the werewolf alien. And so they were using that machine, that satellite, essentially down on the bottom as a relay to send out the thing to cover the whole entire planet, covering the sun up, turning all of them and affecting them with all of the what that rocks. When we saw what that rocks did, we saw people turning, right, and being mutated. It was pretty crazy. And what I liked, and it's a criticism I've had of Ben 10 up to this point, is that they've done a good job, of course, with telling stories and these episodes. It's fantastic. I'm loving the show. But something I've noticed is that whenever they're covering something that's like a big global event, like this storyline that affects the whole world, or something that really would affect a lot of people, that they really don't show, like, a lot of the world being affected. They actually showed, I think it was New York being covered. We saw people being mutated. Like, we saw some of that. We saw Mount Rushmore. We saw some things that was showing the effect of the whole world as being covered up by this, like, purple pinkish haze or whatever that basically blocks out the sun, and that's the mutation and everything. We saw with the Mummy episode, we saw how that was mutating cows, and that one security guard, that poor security guard, he was in that one episode of the Mummy, then when part 1, the return, and then he's there still at the factory, still working there, and then he runs into the Mummy and werewolf again. It's like, poor guy. But they did a good job with doing that. They also did something, I don't remember them ever doing this before with Ben 10. They did a recap at the beginning of this episode. They did a recap of part 1, which was pretty smart. They actually did a recap a little bit, I think, if I'm trying to remember correctly, because I wasn't really paying too much attention once I realized it was a recap, because I've already, of course, watched the episode, so I remember. But I think they might have covered some of the stuff that was happening in the werewolf and Mummy episode. I can't remember, but I know that they covered quite a bit to make sure we're all caught up what happened in the return, so that people that are probably watching live back when it aired are fully caught up, because each episode up to these 2-parters have been single episodes that haven't really been, like, they've been connected to other episodes, but ultimately you don't need a recap. Now, I don't know if they did a recap back when they aired the show live, but I've never seen one pop up on HBO Max. So that was interesting. But it was cool to see that, to kind of make sure everybody's up to date. It was really well done. I mean, the idea that freaking Ghostfreak, he just wants to take over Ben 10. He wants to control Ben 10 to control the Omnitrix for himself. He already had this plan. It failed horribly, and so he's trying to do it again, but he has backup. He actually has other aliens helping him. And I'm wondering, what incentive do they get out of this? That if the whole world is covered in darkness, what do they get out of it exactly? What is the alien Mummy, werewolf, Frankenstein's monster, Dr. Victor? Like, what do they get out of working with Ghostfreak exactly? I don't know. They really didn't go into too much detail. And I'm guessing it probably wasn't important, maybe. Maybe that's why they really didn't discuss it. But I wish we could have maybe understood why. Like, maybe Ghostfreak could just, like, a throwaway line explain why they're working for them. Like, what's their goal in all this? Or do they just believe in the idea of just, you know, having the whole world under their control, even though it's really under Ghostfreak's control? But whatever. But a lot of crazy stuff, right? Being in space, seeing those suits. That one little sequence where Gwen uses that device to put, like, it somehow created two of them to cocoon both her and Ben. So Gwen and Ben were, like, stuck together, and they flew out into space, into, you know, out into just nothingness. And thankfully, you know, Max is flying around that freaking. I don't think those ships could fly, like, just like that perfectly, the way he was doing it in some of the moments, but. It's a show. There was a couple times in this episode that Ben realistically should have died. There was one particular moment where, like, literally Dr. Victor slams his hand on that lightning and stuff, and it hits Ben kind of, and he falls off, like he falls off the railing down or something. Realistically, that should have killed him, realistically, but this is a cartoon show, and this is Ben 10. Imagine killing off Ben 10 in the show like that. Like, what? That's why I thought, like, okay, maybe they actually did kill off Dr. Victor when he was sent away, when Upgrade got off, and just let him keep floating away. But no, he came back, connected. I guess he can just connect to anything, like machinery or whatever, I'm guessing, because when he was thrown, when Ben used that, like, big, like, metal, like, whatever shape of metal or whatever, and then had it sway and slam him into electricity, when he came back and showed himself again, he had, like, a cannon on the back of his freaking, like, he had a cannon on his back. Like, I guess he could just kind of meld himself, and I have no idea how that works. But it's very interesting, like, design for sure. I mean, because up to this point, Season 1 and Season 2 had Vilgax kind of being the main big bad, if you will, of the seasons. Kind of like we're ending the episodes with, you know, him. No, of course, Season 2 switched up a little bit with, what's his name, Kevin, right? So that was a little bit of a switch up. But here, even though technically, if I would have watched, I guess, in HBO Max's order, and I guess in airing order, it would have been The Visitor, of course, with Xylene and everything. I think it would have been a good episode to end Season 3, but I also think this was more fun, and this was, like, a lot of action and stuff, and it was a two-parter thing to kind of lead into the end. But the Xylene thing, I think, would have been also good just because of the reveal of who actually sent the Omnitrix, which I haven't thought about in so long, and they actually revealed that in the episode, and they also revealed that Ben was not meant to get the Omnitrix. It went off course slightly. It was supposed to go to Max, the Omnitrix. So I think it would have been interesting to see it in that order, but I'm kind of glad I went this direction with watching this two-parter, because, you know, Ghostfreak was such a great surprise to, you know, of course, get out of the Omnitrix, go after Ben, and then now him being the connective tissue to the Mummy, the werewolf, and Dr. Victor, ultimately Frankenstein's monster, the alien, him being the master of it all. Like, I just would not have connected those dots, but, like, Ghostfreak had this master plan. That's why he was the master. It was so good, and I love the reveal, and I loved how they handled it in this episode. A lot of big reveals. I mean, literally, when they're flying back, and I was like, do they have an extra suit for Ben? You know, these spacesuits? And then we had that little second prior where Ben's like, okay, 2 down, 1 to... Where'd he go? He's looking around, and then Ghostfreak is on the ship. And it was like, oh shit, like, because I was thinking, okay, so they're going to show them flying back, and we're going to show, like, maybe the last scene is going to show Ghostfreak is still out there. But no, they go, nope, he's actually in the ship. So that's because they didn't show him, of course, when Ben went up with Upgrade and whatever. They just kept the focus on the fact that Upgrade, Ben, was fighting Dr. Victor, like, flying up to the space station. They didn't show the fact that Ghostfreak, like, hitched a ride and nobody noticed. So it was a cool little twist there, and cool reveals and everything. It was really well done. It really was. And I'm excited for Season 4. I cannot wait to see what unfolds in Season 4. I'm loving the hell out of the show. Thank you guys so much for supporting it. My videos, it's been kind of crazy. Like, my reactions to Ben 10 have been, like, randomly just spiking up in views. It seems like either people just started searching up Ben 10 reactions more recently or something to that effect. All I know is that my playlist has almost 90,000 views as I'm recording this video in total, and my video has just been blowing up more and more and more. And I want to thank you guys so much for supporting the videos and supporting the reaction and supporting the journey of me going on with Ben 10. It's been a fantastic journey so far, and to know that we have another season of the show, and we have the Secret of the Omnitrix movie, and then from there we have the sequel shows, which I'll be making an announcement soon on that. But yeah, it's been fantastic so far, and I really love the episode. Good reveals, good twist, and yeah, I mean, what else can I say? I feel like at a certain point, I feel like I'm just repeating myself on certain points because the show just continues to deliver. I love what they're doing with the show. Even when there's episodes that are not the best, I'm still loving the world building they're doing and showing us more aliens, showing us different new angles of storylines we may have seen before on the show, but they're just bringing a new angle to it. It's really been great. It really has been. And it's like going into each episode, you don't know what to expect. Like, I'm not sure what kind of storyline or what story we're going to follow here, but I love what the show's been doing. So at the end of the day, I'm not going to complain too much because, man, this show kicks ass. It does. It delivers. And yeah, and when I made that post about the sequel shows and potentially continuing, you guys really made a point that, trust me, you have to keep going. So, yeah. So, anyways, I'm going to go now. Great episode. Be Afraid of the Dark. I thought it was Don't Be Afraid of the Dark, by the way. Apologies for whenever I said that in earlier videos. I thought it was Don't Be Afraid of the Dark for the title, but I figured it out. So, yeah, good stuff. I'm trying to think of anything else. Oh, the cannibal thing. That was interesting. Like, he used cannibal to save them because the ship just exploded. Which, I'm like, we still got another season. We got other shows, so they're not dead. They wouldn't do that, right? No? But anyways, that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to the Season 3 finale, at least for me, the Season 3 finale of Ben 10 Season 3. I've said Season 3 finale already, so I'll say Ben 10 Season 3. Season 3 finale of Ben 10. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the reaction, and make sure you check out the playlist if you haven't, guys, or if you've missed an episode or you want to go back and rewatch some of the episode reactions. It's always there in the description. It's always there to find on the channel as well. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.